a little higher.
Yeah.
It's flattened a bit.
I gave you a pillow.
Over. Yeah, well, you didn't give it to me. I've been using it. I for some reason thought you gave it to me because you're such a giver.
Everything.
Okay. Walked into that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get you some phone books. You can sell them.
That would be great. I need a boost. I really feel like I need a booster seat, or maybe you know what I'll do. I'll hold myself up like this.
Why don't you just angle the little computer thing up a little bit more so it makes you look like you're a little taller? Hey,
like,
see, there you
we
go.
Oh, there we. Hey.
See?
Hey, look at that.
Look at you.
Feel all professional and
now
stuff.
I've even given you advice on how to angle a computer around. I give and I give and I give and I give some more. That's me.
Well, we you know, in this world we need givers and we need receivers.
Of course we do.
I'm what we call a receiver.
Yes, you are.
And you know, that's my role in this life.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'd like to take a second to thank your engineer there,
Jeremy,
who did a fantastic job getting us hooked up on our new recording platform here.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I think, from what I'm looking at here, it looks like it's a little bit of an improvement over Skype.
Absolutely. It's the video quality. You can see all my pores.
I know. Look at you.
You can see everything. It's
those
fantastic.
Are some pores.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at you. You're so handsome.
I am just beautiful.
I wish I could hug you right now. Come here. Give me a hug.
No, I don't even want to. I don't even do that in the virtual world.
Come here, you.
No.
Get over here.
Nope. You know, your goatee's too itchy.
I gotta trim it.
Do you use conditioner on your goatee?
Hell no. Men don't use conditioner
because it keeps
anything.
it. No, it does it so it keeps it softer.
No.
For the ladies.
Absolutely not.
You got to
use conditioner. Period.
I don't know who are these men you're talking about?
You know what you need? You need a bar of Irish Spring. That's what you need to be a man.
And that's it. You don't.
That's all you need.
You don't wash your scalp at all?
Yeah.
Okay, and condition it. I condition
Irish
it.
Spring.
I use lots of lotions.
Oh, God.
And it's like tanning lotion that keeps it fairly bronze.
No. Use Irish Spring. That's all you'll ever need.
We'll just agree to disagree.
Well,
on our male grooming.
That's why I'm married 10 years and you live at home. Simply saying. First time.
Hashtag winning.
First, you find yourself a nice lady. You're doing your, you find some common ground. You find a couple interesting things, and then let's say you get to that point where you're staying overnight with a nice lady. When she finds you use more oils and lotions than she does, she runs the other direction.
No.
That's what happens. And when you're in the mall with that lady and you go to Bath and Body Works and you outspend her.
See, you're not ladies. You're not selling me on these long-term relationships because there's a lot of going to the malls. There's a lot of just hanging out with each other.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't say there's anything wrong with it.
You find a seat and you watch the world walk by. That's what men do. And they wash with Irish Spring. You do not need lotions and oils and salves and all the other icky stuff that you're...
What about my cologne? What about my Hugo cologne?
No,
I don't need that.
No. Get yourself a bar of Irish Spring.
I actually use the 3-in-1 body wash, shampoo, and conditioner on my entire body. It's the White Rain. Big proponent of the White Rain. You get that at the dollar store for, oddly enough, $1. Economically minded. That's me.
That's you.
You spend your $4 on your Irish Spring and you don't get all the cleaning that I get in the little bottle there of. And of course you got to use a loofah. I'm big on the loofah.
You use a bar of soap directly on yourself.
No, loofah gets into all the nooks and crannies. I got nooks and crannies.
You got something, all right.
There you go.
Why don't you start some news here or something before I completely get disgusted?
Let's do it. The House of Representatives approved legislation on Wednesday loosening gun regulations and allowing those with permits to carry concealed weapons to legally travel with those firearms to other states. Now, the bill passed 231 to 198 with 6 Democrats supporting it, 14 Republicans opposed. It is the first firearms-related bill passed since the massacre in Las Vegas and Texas earlier this year. This is an interesting thing because it's that you've got your constitutional right to bear arms, but certain states have certain restrictions on those. And what they're saying is, well, that your constitutional right supersedes these individual state laws. But and this is something I think conservatives I struggle with the state's rights. You know, a state has a right to say we don't allow concealed carry, and another state has the right to say we do. I don't understand. I don't understand why exactly conservatives have an issue with a state saying, "Hey, you know what? We don't want this."
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. You know,
I can't speak to it. I know this. I am a concealed weapons carrier permit holder.
How long have you had that, by the way?
I don't know, years. I have it in case I ever want to carry. I've never carried. I've never felt threatened. I have it for the ease of buying a gun if I'd like one, which I really can't because there's not a lot of money to go buying guns right now.
Right.
But and you know, you get the permit after you take a class, which is in my mind something smart to do. If you're going to have a firearm, you better know the ramifications of using it, and you better know how to use it properly and when to use it. So Cindy and I both took the class about, you know, what it takes to. Hey, there's Matt Guard.
Hey, Matt Guard.
Anyway,
he waved it back at you.
Back to the business. You know, they used to teach firearm safety in school.
Yes.
Don't you think that we've kind of gotten away from that, and maybe it would be smarter to get back to teaching just exactly what a gun is and what it can do, instead of just handing some kid a gun and going, you know.
Right. Well, I think most people would hand their kid a gun are going to teach them. I mean, are going to teach them how to use it safely. Right. My thing is, conservatives, most Republicans are really big on individual states' rights. That's been a thing with Republicanism as long as Republicans have existed.
Sure.
So these states are not saying you don't have the right to carry a gun, but they do put some restrictions on it. You still have the right to bear arms. It's not canceling out your right to bear arms. I don't have a personal problem with concealed carry. I don't. But if people in individual states do, I don't see why this loosening of the regulations is necessary. I don't.
All right. Point. Very good.
All right. What else is going on? Michigan Senators Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters have called on fellow Democratic Senator Al Franken to resign. This follows another allegation of inappropriate sexual conduct that emerged this week. Other members of the Senate, including Claire McCaskill, Dick Durbin, and Bernie Sanders, are also calling for Franken's resignation. Now, according to Political, more than half of Democratic senators have publicly said Franken should resign. I think you leave it up to Al. I mean, if he did these things, do I think he should be out? Of course. Yeah. But at the same time, if the voters who elected him want to keep him in there, you know, Conyers left. He's 88 years old. Franken is what, 60?
Yeah.
60 something. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Al Franken by any stretch of the imagination, but you know,
I wouldn't look at it like this. You know, everybody's calling for this resignation, calling for that resignation, blah, 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 blah. Our commander-in-chief, our president, has got all the same allegations and more, even recorded proof that he's this kind of person. Where are the calls for his resignation?
They're already trying to impeach him. So that's still going on.
I read that failed miserably yesterday.
Yeah, it did fail.
Yeah, okay. So
there
what's
you
good
go.
for the goose is good for the gander. They ought to be screaming for his resignation as well.
And they did, and it didn't happen.
Louder.
There you go. You've got more Democrats screaming for Al Franken's resignation than you had screaming to impeach Trump. Well, so that's where we are.
It's ridiculous. I mean, scream louder.
My whole point is all this stuff is horrible. We've got terrible people in these positions of power.
I couldn't.
And it's not a good look. It's not a good look for the country. We need better people running for office. But the way things are run, it doesn't entice those of high moral fiber. And I don't like to even say high moral fiber, but that's what we need. We need more people of character from the right and the left to feel like they need to run, not just where I want to do this this is a good way to spend the next 2 to 4 to 6 to 20 years. That I feel like I can do some good, and I'm going to do it with the caveat of I'm going to do it the right way. And I'm not gonna grope. I'm not gonna grope underlings or grope
Right.
people in photo ops or sexually harass anybody. And that's a pretty low bar to set.
I couldn't
We're just
agree
trying.
more.
We're just telling you not to keep your hands to yourself. What you told 5-year-olds in kindergarten.
I know.
It's amazing. What else is going on? The Muskegon area Promise scholarships were accepted by 204 students in the 2017 graduating class. It was the first year the Promise was offered to all 16 high schools within the boundaries of the Muskegon Intermediate School District. Recipients of the scholarship received 2 years of free tuition for Baker College or Muskegon Community College. Now, students must have a 3.5 GPA or higher to qualify. I like that. I like the fact. I like the idea of people going to community colleges and getting you get the
basics,
your basic classes out of the way before you go spending money on your major, whatever that is. I think trade schools would be a good idea for a lot of kids.
Idea. And let me tell you what, you can even get started on those in high school and be
absolutely
out of the game. So you know what? Think about this. We picked our career path. Well, you kind of tried. What was your thing in Elizabethan poetry?
No, I was a religion minor, and I've used that to better myself.
Yeah, and that worked.
But no, I was a communications major.
You and your mortal turpitude. Orbit room. We don't know who it was.
Hey, anyway, you always got to bring that back up.
I'm just throwing that out there, just saying. But if you look back and let's say you're a high schooler or whatever right now, and you thought about a trade, can you imagine what it would have been to join up in a union, go to the union trade school, and learn how to be an electrician? Or think of what kind of money you'd be making right now, or I'd be making right now, and the security and the job you'd have.
It's because
an electrician or a welder or a pipe fitter,
plumber.
Oh my God!
Like all that stuff.
Think about
all that. I mean, these aren't just jobs. How long
have you been out of college?
I've been out of college now 20 years, over 20 years, a little over 20.
You're still paying off college loans?
I'm still, yes.
Dude,
I mean, it's amazing.
Think about this. You
go
to one of these union trade schools and stuff. They pay for your education and pay you to learn.
Exactly. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Where were we on that one?
we were somewhere. We were waving as the boat left dock.
Yeah.
See ya.
They're getting screamed at our mom, going, "Go to junior college. It's gonna pay off." Yeah. Okay. Great, Ma. Sure.
Yeah, I paid my way through community college. I paid for that out of my savings account.
Good for you.
It's cheap back in the day.
I saw a high school with ashtrays.
Exactly.
And a radio internship. That's what I got out of junior college.
Oh, yeah, I got that too. Anyway, sports, both the Pistons and the Red Wings were idle last night, so that's it.
That's it.
We're done,
right,
man.
Well, Dave Cackley, you have your and I got to throw this in there too. As I woke up this morning and I saw that beautiful covering of white snow across the plain, I thought, God, I have to go all the way to the basement and work this morning.
I hate you.
I hate you even more.
I hate you twice.
You